Love and Light Collective. My goodness, I'm like, am I creating a tower moment already? Love and light, love and light. Oh my goodness. I'm so grateful to be back at it again with you guys. I hope you're feeling amazing and safe and loved. Okay. So we got some more angel messages, and this was high key dealing with work. Interestingly enough, advice about your day and some of your tasks came through. Which I thought, how thoughtful of the team there, right? Just definitely making sure that you're comfortable in all aspects of life, and not just simply and solely your heart's desires, but work-ish too. Okay, so we're going to get into it. I'm going to take it serious enough to put my glasses on here so I can see if I can see. So there we go. All right. So who am I talking to from the collective? Good question. I could be speaking to a mom. I could be speaking to a soror of sorts, but it could be like your sorority days were probably like in your prime, I wanted to say decades. Excuse me, days, and I almost said decades. So take whatever the hell that was, if it fits. Okay, so I'm not saying it should, but you could do something with a pen, right? Put pen to paper. So obviously you're writing something, but it could be anything: music, poetry, a script, anything. All right, a column for a newspaper, perhaps. And some of you could be required to travel a lot because of what you do and or what you like. Okay, some people may call you an adventurer or the adventurous type. Okay, they could also call you quite intuitive. You could also read cards or perform some act or acts of divination. We've also got painters here. We've got tattoo artists here. We also could have, what is that? So somebody could drive professionally, right? This could be Uber or Lyft, but it doesn't have to be the case. It could be like shuttle bus or hell, even driving the metro, trains, etc. Right? Some of you could really be extremely partial to coffee. I don't want to call you addicted or nothing, but or you could be a barista. You could work at a cafe. However that resonates. You could even own one, right? Some of you, you're just retired, perhaps. You're just doing whatever you want to do, and maybe you don't want to have to do too much. I get that. Maybe you worked all your life and you've found a way to slow down and just kind of, mosey around as you please, right? Doing a little bit of this, doing a little bit of travel over there, that kind of thing, but no like set schedule, no set routine could be the case, right? You could, excuse me, you could also be a photographer, whoever I'm speaking to. Now, if one of those archetypes, titles, or careers doesn't fit, it's cool. All right. I'm just trying to get a little bit more specificity for some members of the collective. Maybe can't do it for all. You know what I mean? I get that too. So sit tight. I'm pretty sure you can get a little something out of the message, right? Overarching message is, okay, an empress is getting justice. Okay, now whether you're a guy, girl, what have you, we're talking the energy of the empress. Okay, you are somebody who's fair, you're somebody who's nurturing, you are somebody who maybe is pregnant with a whole host of creative ideas. All right, abundance making ideas and activities, etc. Doesn't have to be the case, but you would at least, even on your extreme worst days, carry high value about yourself. Okay, and hopefully you have awareness of that fact as well. But either way, in case you weren't super sure, you do have most assuredly justice coming unto you now, Empress, whether you have a child or not. Okay, so the Empress being toted as pregnant doesn't always have to be a literal physical child, you guys. It could be referable to a passion product. It could be referable to something or a few somethings that you create, produce, etc. Okay. So this next card indicates process. It says, no matter what I'm writing, designing, making, planning, or otherwise out of thin air pulling. So that's inclusive of pretty much everyone we just went through in this pile, if I do say so myself, whether you're a painter or a barista, right? I surrender to the process part of the process. It's like I wanted to trip over that. It's like the process is giving process. I get that. But the cheat code is, and I'm so glad you're picking up on this, that you've got to enjoy the journey. You've got to be grateful for it. Attitude should be hella aligned with gratitude, right? That's why we talk about it so much. And you guys, if you last night's live stream, we were definitely talking about the attitude of gratitude there with more specificity on some very specific indicators on how to become and maintain that attitude of gratitude. I realized nothing is perfect at first, except maybe a baby otter. I didn't write this is one of the affirmators decks, okay? And I welcome the messy imperfections of my process with open arms. Messiness is proof that I trust myself. So let's ignore the dirty coffee cups and donut shrapnel on my desk, okay? But exactly, you guys are getting it. I need you to know, okay? And I know many of you are not on with me currently. Hopefully those that need to see this. But I literally was pulling the cards this morning, and I'm like, I stopped and took a moment to thank the universe and the divine for you. Yes, but also that I have high key evidence from reading your cards, that you are most assuredly doing the work. Do you know how wonderful that makes me feel to know? I am so proud of you guys. Like literally, it's showing in your cards that you're literally changing, you're reworking the infrastructure of your brain. And a lot of it likened to it as software, being that the brain is obviously likened to that of a supercomputer. Makes sense? You guys are doing it. And you know what that means? Yes, you do. Karma. This justice card, literally the word that stuck out on it for me is the last one, the final one. I'm hearing the final countdown. Right, you guys, I am vibrating from the neck down. Seriously. So proud, right? So amazed and so grateful for you, collective. You guys are really doing it. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay. Oh, you make Mama Bear proud, I tell you. But yeah, you guys are really working the steps, okay? Messy as you want to be or not, all right? You're doing it. That's the amazing part, okay? We next have, I'm like, what? Something. I thought I heard something. Like, what? We next have unflappability come out, okay, from the affirmators deck. I am an unflappable god and or goddess when my work is critiqued. When I receive criticism, I hear the feedback, accept what I need to change, then wipe my memory from any harsh words, tones, implications, resting bitch face, evil eyes, or brazenly obvious eye rolls. I'm totally impervious to anything that would make the average person feel judged or insulted or lesser than. Got that? You condescending dummy who can't kill my spirit or my vibe, right? So, there's always one in the bunch, at least from one workplace to the next, or hell, one experience to the next for some of us, right? Where somebody is just, they really have like a hard on for you. It's like, okay, like, so you just got up out of the wrong side of the bed and pulled my name out the hat. Is it? You know what I mean? Is it Wendy again? Or Wednesday? Is it Wednesday again, Wendy? I was trying to say Marsha, but now we got a Wendy and a Marsha here as, the guilty parties, perhaps. Okay. That takes me to that quote by, I believe it's Eleanor Roosevelt, many moon cycles ago. And it's something to the effect of, you can only feel inferior if and when you allow for that shit, right? Love and light. That's so Jordan. So glad to see you back again, babe. Love and light to you. So, it's like they can try it. They can try you. They can ask you to feel inferior. They can ask you to feel less than, lower than. They can ask you to get out of your character. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, because they have free will to do that, right? Just like you have free will to ask any question you want, whether it's a stupid question. There's no stupid questions, or not, right? But going back to that, even maybe you are asking questions at work and people are rolling their eyes like, gosh, don't you know that already? And it's like, it's my third week here. Like, what did you fucking train me? How about that, right? But instead of falling prey to the tit for tat, as wrong and as evil eye as the experience is suggesting you should receive, you don't have to actually receive it. You don't actually have to get to the point, level, and measure of the game, as it were, where your central nervous system is taking a hit. Now you've got cortisol shooting through you, and now you're getting fatter and unhealthier. You see what I'm saying? Because they'll try you and they don't care about your health. You know what I mean? But you caring about your health makes the difference. And so you go, oh yeah, no, I am unfazed. Like, I am unshakable. I mean, you're going to look stupid while I'm here, like calm as I want to be. And you're just screaming and flailing arms and legs like one of those fucking things you see at the car wash or the car dealership. You know what I mean? It's like, it's going to be obvious which one is lacking mental health between both of us, if anything. And that's on you. You want to show your ass? I mean, I'm getting my paycheck. You know what I mean? Like, you just learn, like, oh, I see how you realize I'm amazing and I've got my shit together. And I see how that's triggering for you. So sad, love and light. You know, you don't have to take it all personal. Like, oh no, they're trying me, so therefore I've got to succumb to the potentiality of losing my job or losing my credibility, or people no longer wanting to work with me and or be on my team. And it's like, who said that? Just because this bitch is trying it? I mean, they try anyway. That's what they're coded to do. You know what I mean? Karmics, okay? People that lost control of their meat suits as well, right? I mean, possession happens, okay? Right? It just is what it is. Okay, but you can control you, and you got you, and you're in charge of you. And so where was the problem? You know what I mean? The problem's always in their court with their own fiery flaming ball. You know what I mean? Like, they're in hell. You're walking around it, through it, or in it, but never trapped, right? Like, so now that you know, keep that crown straight, because they're going to try it. They're going to try you. They're going to ask you to relinquish your crown and your throne. They're going to ask you to come down up off of that throne to engage in some lower density, lower vibes fuck shit. Do you have to? Absolutely not. Should you? Absolutely not. What will you do? You know what I mean? So that's probably the question. But, remain unflappable, unfazed, unfuckwittable. Okay? You don't have to take the hit. Just because they're trying to throw shit at you doesn't mean you got to even attempt to catch it. If anything, if you're going to throw your hands up, it's just to energetically understand that you're creating a wall between that shit and you. And on the other side of that wall, in case that wall wasn't enough, you got to know that you already had an amount of protection that really meant you didn't even have to put the wall up. But the divine likes us to do our part. It just keeps us fresh. Okay. So we got success coming. All right. Makes sense. Okay. We are walking success. So of course, success comes to success. I mean, like attracts like, right? It says, I open the floodgates and call all kinds of success into my life. Yeah, there are many kinds. Did you realize that? Love and light, shopaholic. Little everyday at work success, big career defining success, wild, unimagined, unexpected success. All success is welcome here. As long as it doesn't park in the neighbor's driveway, he will yell at us and break up the party. Fail. All right. I didn't write the affirmator deck. Okay. It's just the way it's written. So I just thought it was fun to include that little tidbit. Not that it's really part and parcel of the actual message, but it was kind of cutie. But yeah, all successes are welcome here. All successes. Okay, so be mindful. I think we're being asked to realize that there's like multiple types of success as well, even in the realm of, the workplace or your career or your business. There's different kinds of success, right? And I think we're being asked to take a look at that a little closer, because I think some of you are missing some aspects of the success that you are and that you garner and that you operate out of and that you have helped to create with source energy. All right. So, I think some of you need to kind of take a little closer look with a less harsh lens at what you have done and what you are doing. Shopaholic, please read the live stream rules, honey bun, and then when the bell rings, you'll know exactly what to do, and I won't skip over your question, okay? Thank you so much. Leadership. Okay, so some of you are leaders, specifically in the workplace. I mean, we're all leaders, right? We lead ourselves, if no one else. Others, your authority figures, in many different ways, just like there are many different successes, right? But this leadership card, it says, this is a vote of confidence in your ability, collective, to be a good leader. Whether you're officially in a supervisory role or not, you have all the qualities it takes to fill a leader's shoes. Keep setting a good example and making others feel included. Keep being fair, diplomatic, level-headed, and honest. Keep dressing how you normally dress, but also start wearing a world's greatest overseer t-shirt and just casually play it off. No, I'm just kidding. But you know what? A couple things with that. Somebody in the collective is understanding that there is available a managerial position or some sort of, maybe even like assistant managerial position or some sort of leg up, okay, above the general population of employees. And, for whatever reason, you may be fearing and or feeling and or really just convinced, however that means, okay, it's a general collective message, right? That, you're just not qualified and or you would not be looked as a viable candidate, and you need to stop that and just go ahead and be the leader that you came there to be, okay? Because you imagine if you were assigned at a particular workplace and you were to rule there by divine right and rule, okay, this life is far more spiritual than you might realize. All right. And you get there and you freaking Joan of Arc it, like, nah, I'm good. Like, I probably can't do it. So I'm not gonna come here and do what I came here to do and be for myself and these people and my family with the increase in pay. You know what I mean? Like, wait, what? So if that's you, okay, you better listen up, honey bun, because what you don't want to do is go through half the hell that Joan of Arc had to go through on the strength of not being obedient. And really, let's be honest, not being obedient because of fear, because of lack mindset, right? So cut those roots off while you're at it too, so it doesn't happen again where you're restricting yourself while everyone's waiting, inclusive of the divine, to figure out what the fuck are you doing. You know what I mean? And then years later, you're like, I just don't understand why, I didn't hit the mark. You know what I mean? You don't want to be that one. Okay. So own the fact that you already are a leader, right? You know how like you got up and dressed yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know how you got up and figured out what you were going to chew on to eat for sustenance. Yeah. You're leading. I mean, how would you know what I'm saying? You didn't lay there going, oh my God, I wish I could just figure it out. I wish I could just. No, you know how to execute decisions. Too late. You put on a shirt or, that flannel. You know what I'm saying? Too late. You ate a bowl of cereal. You know what I'm saying? Cereal don't come ready made, even if it's just the kind you got to put a liquid in. They got the kind now you just put liquid in, it makes milk. Oh my God, I'm scared of that. Okay, where is the food? You know what I mean? But that's for another day. But act like the leader you are. It's okay to accept who you are, right? Many of you feel like you accept who you are, but then the second someone else challenges who you are, you're like rocked to your core, like, oh my God, like, I hope they don't think that of me, because if they get so-and-so to think that of me, the whole time you're you, why can't you just rock with that? You know what I'm saying? Let them to the wayside with whoever the hell they think you are. You know what I mean? What's the problem? You still have you and you're still in charge of you, irregardless of what they're saying about you. Does it change your life? It doesn't have to, unless you give it the authority, level, leg, and measure that would be required for that shit to change your life. You get it? All right. So we've got, interestingly enough, I was guided because last night, I do recall saying something about the animal realm. Like, I was like low key guided to some animal decks, but then it was like, no, Spirit was like these ones. And of course I didn't want to have 49 decks for one session and try to bang it out. You know what I mean? Under 2 hours. So long story short, for the angel messages session, I was guided again to the Archangel Michael deck. Archangel Michael Animals deck. Okay. So we have 4 cards for you. And the funny thing is, I wasn't even trying to make it like about work, but they are a continuation of the work aspect of this message, this session. Okay. And it's so funny. The first one come out is Camel, be forbearing and patient, Archangel Jephiel. All right. So, whether you are a leader at work or not, Okay, whether you work or not, because some of you are retired or you're just doing as you please, whenever the hell that is, as you decide. Okay. Again, still giving leader. See how that works? Okay. It's all about the perspection, the perceptive aspect of the path. It's not about the path. You can change the path faster by changing your perception about it. I think that's why we're always talking about, hey, be grateful for the journey. Enjoy the process, part of the process. Right? But you got to be patient too. And that keeps coming out. Yes, it's a virtue. Try again. Makes sense? Okay. Sheep coming out. Act with fortitude and cooperation. Archangels Gabriel and Hope. All right. So these angels that we are mentioning by name, okay, you may want to reach out to, especially if they resonate for you with needing assistance in these areas. Do you need assistance with patience? Ask Archangel Jophiel. Okay. Do you need assistance with acting in a cooperative manner or not fearing that cooperation will be part of the process? Archangels Gabriel and Hope you could call out to, you could commune with, you could break bread with, okay? Break some manna with. Let me stop. Hedgehog is coming out, indicating be a magnet for light, love, and joy. All right, Archangel Gabriel. So you could be seeing a sheep, a lambikins, a camel, or a hedgie as a synchronicity, or just like a nudge, a wink, wink from your angel saying, keep going when you see them. It might be very poignant parts of the path, and you'll be able to connect the dots like, yeah. Yep. Patience. Okay. Love, light, and joy. I'm the example here. I got that. I'm the leader, right? Shark is also coming out, indicating lead as a powerful, peaceful warrior. Archangels Metatron and Jules. I love that for you. Okay, so many of you are maybe maybe don't have awareness of this quite yet, but you're being set up to become a leader in the workforce, not just part of it. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. You're here to learn, grow your soul. Yes, but you're here to make positive change. Of course, you're a leader. Act like it. Okay. Act like it. So, Instagram, thank you for being with us here. If you would like a free card reading today, you may head on over to the YouTube channel. The link is in the bio and get your free reading there. If not, sit tight, stick around. Get comfy, keep comfy, because we've got more angel messages, all right, in just a few. Hey, Jane, love and light. Oh, shoot. I almost had another tower moment, you guys. What the heck? Love and Light Girl Wake Up podcast. Okay, let me see. Nope. We got a nope. Girl, wake up. Chris did not. All right. Anyone else have any questions? Jay, thank you so much. I see you. Thank you. I didn't even... Where was I? I'm like, what? I came in, you started working. I'm like, what? I'm over here talking about work. You're over there working. Thank you. You're very welcome, Girl Wake Up. Love and light to you, of course. Okay. All right, let me see. I feel like Jay's going to wait. Okay. Let me hydrate, though, because... Okay. So we did these. Let me just get them out of my face. All right. So, overarching again for this leg of the message especially was the Empress getting justice. Okay, whether you're a guy, girl, what have you. We talked about the energy of the Empress being stable. This is someone, whether guy, girl, what have you, that's, caring, nurturing, resourceful, carries fortitude about themselves, wouldn't easily give up, would have a level of creativity, adds to their resourcefulness. or dare I say sustainability. Okay. It's like, you know how like mothers or fathers especially excuse me, parents especially, learning real quick how to make a dollar out of 15 cents kind of thing, you know what I mean? It's giving that. It's like you would have to have a level of creativity, you know what I mean, to be able to. But anywho, I digress. So here's the sitch. This Empress, okay, again, guy, girl, what have you, I'm not trying to say it's just females, okay? At your core, whoever I'm speaking to, you are this wise counselor, and you could have earth chart placements. Okay, it doesn't have to be the case, but again, it's like, even, you know, if we're gonna say on your great day, you're the Empress energy, right? On your bad days, you're coming out as the King of Earth and or the King of Pentacles. All right, this is pulled from one of my angel decks. Okay, so this is you on your worst day. It's so funny, he got a pie, right? It's like talking about current energies. Makes sense. So somebody's got a pie, baking a pie, or we'll pick one up on the way. But anyways, I think I just want some pie. Can you tell? Oh, well, he got pie. Oh my goodness. I can't wait for my piece of pumpkin pie. Can you tell? Okay. Let me focus. All right. So you damn sure, whoever I'm speaking to, could be seeing fives, because I have one card about it. You know what I'm saying? With 3 of them on. And I look now, and this wise counselor that you deadass are, even though you might be trying to act like you don't know, maybe you don't know, right? We're fixing it. Also carries the energy of 5. And again, you guys, 1 5 alone, right? But you got 4 of them, okay? Produces life-altering, life-change. If you allow for it, of course, okay? The reason why we're talking to you now, whoever and whoever you are, is because current energies, you know, we talked about current energies, who you are at your core, at the root. No pun intended, because I'm not simply solely referencing the root chakra. Although now that I'm highlighting it, you may want to perform some form of maintenance on it. Make sure it ain't blocked up there, honey. Cleanse it out, okay? Root chakra is connected to sex. If you've been having sexual activity, cleanse it out spiritually, cut off the cords, okay? You can still love them, cut the cord off, though, from the love in, okay? You know what I mean? Because you need your energy to manifest your own millions and not somebody else's. Do you understand that? Okay, so that's for someone. The current energies is not getting, I don't like this for you, whether guy, girl, what have you. Here, Empress. Is that getting Empress? Any of that? Any of the 8 of that? It's giving messy, mid, lackluster, lack. Okay, this card specifically is talking about, from this deck, self-doubt, confusion, and free will. And the crazy thing is, you have free will to remain in the self-doubt and confusion. Should you? Hell no. That's why we're talking about it. Okay, but you have free will. Nobody said otherwise. So you're grappling back and forth in the mental space and in the, gosh, this is giving sacral chakra with this passion. Inspirational, charismatic, innovative, king of fire. This tells me that between night and day, you've got different inner monologues working, fighting against themselves, perhaps. Why would that be? Well, because one of the two, at least, and I have to say it this way, because if this second energy is overarched, it too would be not good enough for you. It too would be out of balance. One of these is damn sure, you know, immediately offensive according to your ascension and according to your alignment. Which one would that immediately obviously be? The 8 of air, okay? 8 of swords. Talks about mental imprisonment. Gosh, I could talk about even spiritual court. Would you want to end up in spiritual court because they had to bring you in because you just weren't pulling your head out of your arse? You won't have to do that. Don't worry. That's why we're talking about it now. But I mean, could you imagine, right? So like, fix this. You know what I mean? You don't have to be in the mental space and also having a bad time. Nobody said stop thinking. My goodness. We're here to be free thinkers, high-minded individuals. We are, of course. We're thinking. But this is the toxic thought pattern, obviously, right? That's the wrong kind of programming. that you should be running through your supercomputer, dare I say, your mental space, your brain. Okay. All right. Somebody's angel really wants to get somebody's attention here. I already knew this, but then it happened. Okay. I didn't get to the cards yet on the other side of who you are at your core here, honey bun. But talk about patience. Are angels impatient? I don't know. Maybe we won't call it, we won't attach impatience to it. We'll just say it's an obvious synchronicity. Okay. Maybe my angel's saying to me, hurry up, right? Like streamline it, but we'll talk about it. Because I can't talk about the synchronicity that just happened without talking about the cards, for goodness sakes here. Spirit. 5 of Air talks about mistakes, melodrama, reassessment. We've also got Queen of Earth to talk about, the Queen of Pentacles. So you've got the King and Queen of Pentacles here. Is that correct? Oh, it's not correct. Okay. King of Fire, Passion, Queen of Earth, Pentacles. That's a really good combo, though. And at least they are of the proper court, King and Queen. Wise Counselor at your root. Oh, we do have the King of Earth. I see here as well. Bear with me because this is a general collective message and Spirit's telling me somebody else's story perhaps, or a different aspect of the story. Something's coming through about really somebody's transformation, whether guy, girl, what have you, okay? And it is going back to the root of the Empress, okay, that came out through the tarot. I'm going to sneeze. God help me. Let me get the truth out at least if I got to sneeze about it. Thank you. The old version of you went like this. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work out. God, I really want to go to school for, I really want to actually like see about getting into that program. I really want to actually see about opening up but you stayed trapped in the mental space here, right? So passion didn't trump out the swords. You know what I'm saying? You had 8 swords and only 1 wand, right? But that wand was nagging you and pestering you to not give up on the path. But the swords, okay, and again, this is the old version of you, right? The swords just kind of put the kibosh on that. So you remained in some stagnant energy here. This is why you're feeling and or fearing that the mistakes, if you can call them that, they're really just decisions and choices, actions and inactions that are either high level, how do I say this? That are evil, that are evil. Help. Oh my God, collective. So sorry. It's the Mercury retrograde and the fact that I may not even be awake. Now let me stop. But anyways, I'm awake, I think. Is this a dream? I'm just joking. Could you imagine? I'm just all on the live confused. It's happened before. Anyways. Okay. So you're like still like with this residual energy, dare I say, of the 8 of Swords, because I see now, you reduced them down from the 8 to the 5, but it's still giving lack. That's why we have to talk about it. It's like, no. If anything, that's the mistake, right? Not whatever perceived action in action, all right? The mistake is holding on to those swords, honey. Get out of the mental space, okay? Get out of the melodrama. Stop being so damn harsh towards yourselves, your actions, your inactions, right? Like, are you the only one to have not done something when you should have? Are you the only one to have done too much when you shouldn't have? Like, no. So, I mean, take the pressure off, honey. Like, you thought that the divine was all going to like pinpoint, hone in on you and be like, wow, you're the entire public enemy #1. You're the problem. We've got to eradicate you. Like, it's not that serious, right? And I get it. We're talking about some life-changing, life-altering shit. We're talking about some things that you maybe blood sweated and teared over, right? And I get that. Again, the overarching overarching guidance for that is still keep going, right? Maybe do things differently, but keep going. Like the guidance is never going to be like, yeah, give up and just lay it down and just wait to just unalive. Like, no, it's not that serious. Okay. And here's the sitch. Somebody is ignoring some synchronicities, I think. And so your guardian angel is here trying to really, I mean, they're going to bat for somebody. Like, you better be grateful with that attitude of gratitude for your angels as well. Okay, whether this is simply and solely a guardian angel or whether it's a legion of them. And as I look up, my screen says 4-4. So they are here. Okay, now here's what just happened. I had another tower moment, fine, they happen, right? They don't have to all be bad. And this one's fairly positive. Okay, I cannot make it up. These two cards were bumped off the table. I mean, obviously, elbow was involved. I get that, but it's still a synchronicity. Okay, because I didn't mean to do it. I didn't see myself do it. Definitely, there was no intention there. Whoever I'm talking to with this 5 of air, also, being like 5 of wands, okay, and that for me as a reader is the card for fuckery. Like, you want to talk about drama, melodrama, right? It's a mistake, if anything, to enter into that and to engage in that type of energy, the 5 of wands or 5 of air, as it's called. Okay. Oh, these are the 5 of swords. I'm so sorry. Oh, they stuck the swords into the, okay. So this is the 5 of swords, is the conflict card. Okay, pretty sweet and simple there. Gosh, I wish I would have saw that first. Maybe there's some synchronicity to that. I wish I would have, the mistake. I wish I would have caught that first. I wish I would have saw that I could have done. I wish I would have understood that I could have applied for, et cetera, right? And you're fearing like you're just SOL, asked out, like the window is closed, the opportunity just doesn't exist for you, blah, 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 right? But at your core, interestingly enough, don't forget, collective, you're this wise counselor. You are the King of Pentacles, right? You lack for nothing and no one at your core. This is why we're trying to get you to focus in. Get it? Got to go within to pull out your core, all right, such that everyone can see, yeah, you're that wise counselor and you're resourceful and you're sturdy, you're grounded, you're a catch, you're high value. Okay. And it says conflicts you've been experiencing are now melting away. People who seemed like adversaries, collective, have and or will become your allies. All right. God can harden hearts and or soften them. The divine can do this. Okay. Sometimes the divine will harden hearts. Okay. So that we actually go through a level of training to understand, like, okay, this is exactly how you would deal with this type of individual. And why would that be? Because maybe where you're going in your mission, your ministry, your, art, you're going to deal with all kinds. You're going to travel to all kinds of places, deal with from one cultural restriction to the next, perhaps, right? And you're going to have to learn and grow through all of that so you can navigate that successfully. Because again, the divine is not here to punish you and or set you up for failure. You're the one fearing that. Stop it. So it's not part of your experience. Okay? Because that would be on you, boo. All right? The angels are working through these other people, these circumstances, and you in support of you, not punishment of you. So please get out of the mental space, all right, that says, I'm being punished, I'm alone here, the divine doesn't have my back, I don't trust, I'm not safe here. And if that's you, definitely engage with that inner child, because that's who's part and parcel of screaming out these what ifs, I don't understand, I'm scared, okay? And unless and until you engage with that inner child and allow for it to understand, hey, I'm here now. I'm in charge, all right? I got you. I can be your mom now. I can be your dad now. I'll be your best friend now. You know what I'm saying? I'll be your best sister, your best brother now. You know what I mean? We're okay. You know how many times, I've worked through so much trauma that there have been several times throughout the path where several times a day or night, I've had to sit with myself and repeat to that inner child, I am safe. And I'm very much an adult. I'm sharing, being vulnerable with the collective, all right, to assist and aid you. I'm not a victim, and I don't need anyone to feel sorry for me. It's just that that's exactly part and parcel of my path. And because it is, I can share with you all just that today. And it is part and parcel of who I am right now, even. So I'm not ashamed. Okay. You too need not to be ashamed to have to do some of this work, to have to admit you feel scared, to have to admit as a grown ass adult, you just wish somebody would hug you and tell you you are okay. You are safe. You are loved. And you know what? A lot of us don't have anyone to say that to, but we always have ourselves, and we can be producer of the very fruit we wish to receive, because we are that. We are love. We are light. We are more than capable of being our own friend and telling ourselves the truth that in spite of the world and its fuck shit, we are safe. We are loved. And to just say it until you feel it. And it'll break off that spirit of fear so damn fast. It'll break off lack right with it. Keep going. You don't have to attach stigma or shame, because not everybody else even knows about, let alone does some of those exercises that allows them to assist themselves with learning and growing their soul. You don't have to be ashamed for doing the work. At times, collective, whoever's resonating with this, your angel may want to share a bit of information or impart some knowledge to you. And they may do this by having a book fall off a shelf or open to a certain page. All right. And again, these two cards that I'm reading, I'm only reading right now because they fell off the table. So read and learn if that's you. Okay, that's for somebody. You could have things fall in synchronicity of yes, an affirmative, right? It doesn't have to always be a book. So there's that. But yeah, even on your worst days, right? On the other side of doing some of this work, okay, you've got the 8 reduced down, simmered down there, reduced to 5, okay? And so that's taking you into the Queen of Pentacles energy. Okay, a couple things with this. Because we have the King and Queen of Earth, that means that you've been working on your heart space, okay, with all this green and everything, such to the point where you have balanced out your masculine and feminine energies. Again, we carry them all. All right, you've balanced out the dark and light aspects of both the masculine and the feminine energies, okay? For some of you, this is producing your counterpart, okay? I'm getting that. That's not really the overarching energy, though. So that's for some. With the Queen of Earth, okay, coming out, still in the less than desirable aspects of the phase of your path. Because again, it's like you're still not where you're, like, are you producing, learning, acting, living as the wise counselor and the King of Earth, okay? It seems like still not yet, all right, because we're talking about the Queen of Earth, all right? Now, we're not trying to be all sexist here and make it seem like, oh, you know, one has less worth, but we are talking about the level of, the level of advancement in that type of energy is what I'm picking up on here. Not like, oh, men are stronger and greater than women. Nobody said that, honey bun. You can get a 50-50 split at best, but you know, you're not going to get that. But anyways, not out of me at least. But anyway, so you could be seeing 1111 as well, especially if you think back and or resonate at being still on this aspect of the path. Okay, these are the first 2 cards that come out for the general collective messages here. Okay, you could be seeing 1111 and it's for a great reason. Okay, it's because your angels are saying keep going. The portal is open for you, okay, for you to allow yourself to align with divine truth, yourselves to align with the higher vibrational timeline, okay, available to be afforded unto you, should you choose to align with it, should you choose to believe, right? It's indicative of an angelic gateway that supports your spiritual awakening as well. Okay. And that's, we're here to learn and grow our souls. Obviously, just because you presented ever at the Eight of Swords does not have to mean, keyword have to, or keywords, that you're stuck there, right? Unless you say so. The divine never said so. I mean, the divine maybe said, yeah, you're going to go through it. And that's, through it though, not get stuck in it, glitched up and shut down in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you've got to, keep doing the work. As you lighten your load, as you lessen these swords, you're going to have more clarity. And it's funny to say that because the swords do speak of the mental space, yes, but they also speak to truth and clarity, right? And we were talking about reduction of swords. But the thing is, the 8 and the 5 of swords, you just never want, honey bun. Unless we're talking about your karmic's path, But, the 8 and the 5 of the swords of the tarot, just, you could look it up for yourselves. I promise the message stands. They're not good enough energies for you to stay in and like own up to. You know what I mean? Like, no, you're better than that. You're bigger than that. Okay. Angels are often felt but not seen collective. You may experience a cold, tingly feeling on your skin or on the back of your neck. Fear not, this is the angel drawing close to you. I don't know about the back of the neck. A lot of times I get like on my shoulders, or like maybe the top of the upper back. So, or like I've had them on my arms as well, like on the sides of my arms. Good morning, Orchid Rain. Love and light to you. So, take the advice with a grain of salt, if you will. Interestingly enough, okay, and this is actually overarching the aspect of the wise counselor, king of earth. So again, this is, the same collective members, okay, operating out of their full vibrational power, okay, as their extreme authentic version of their self, which again is this wise counselor and king of pentacles, king of earth. Okay. Prosperous, generous, successful. All right. Having wisdom about yourself, your head on straight, and, spiritual wealth on the strength of that kind of thing. Right. And we got two familiar cards, if you will. Hear me out on this. These two seem to come out every freaking time I use this deck, and it's a fairly new deck. The first of which is the fox. The second was the cardinal. Okay. What I got was, as you continue on the path, okay, you may find it necessary to get a familiar, and or a familiar may find you. Some of you, the familiar may not be like 1,010% like a domesticated situation. It could be something that visits you. Okay. Maybe you move to a new location, or maybe you didn't move and all of a sudden you just see like a reappearance of a type of, whether it's a fox or a cardinal or not. It could be specifically those animal totems. Doesn't have to be. It also could be that you get a pet, or that, circumstances work out that you receive a pet. Okay. Whether through a gift or someone passing, things happen, right? Or you could be called to get a pet, and you adopt. All right. But there is something about like when you are operating out of your higher vibrational state, your most authentic self, you may actually find need to have a familiar, because let's be honest, you're not allowed to have too many people around you unless they're built up and right and ready. You know what I'm saying? And, they don't come a dime a dozen. That's the other ones, the karmics. You know what I mean? So it makes sense. The path can get a lot lonely. All right, I get that. So if that seems like that's a fit for you and something you can do, maybe you should. Okay, that would help for some of those less than desirable moments and days as well, to help you self-regulate emotionally and maybe even hormonally, when you do have the access to a furry, fuzzy friend, perhaps, or something to talk to or at, like a bird, whatever makes sense for you. Okay. And so we talked about this. We've got the queen bee energy coming out. All right. This is the energy of your newfound baseline ideation, whether guy, girl, what have you. Queen bee is not sitting there fearing about much. They're too busy being confident. You know what I'm saying? They're too busy thinking about their next move, their next want, their next desire, their next position, it's giving advancement energy, right? The 2.0 version, at least, of you. And we've got another 11 with this card. All right. So you definitely could be seeing 11, 11, 11, 11, 11 even. Okay. And we got Miss Sunshine coming out for you. Okay. 17 reducing to a very aligned 8. Collective, Empress, whether guy, girl, what have you. This is the vibe. Thank you. I love this for you. This trumps any of those swords any day. Stay here, okay? Because we've got cards about this coming out for you, that tells me a couple things. General collective, so I got to go through the gambit here. One, some of you have already been doing the work to the point where this is literally your current energy. All right. It's funny. I pulled this deck. I think, what's it called? Oracle of Mystical Moments. I usually pull this deck collective for current energies for my collective. All right. And I intended to do so. However, when I started the session, we're just now getting it to it. Okay. We're not getting to it first. So that tells me not everyone, love and light, not everyone is, part and parcel of the collective here yet, where you're walking around talking about you're walking on sunshine and you are it. You know what I'm saying? Either way, though, you are supported by it. So Sun God Ra could have some significance. Ancient Egypt could also have some significance, since I mentioned that. Could be some significance to a hummingbird as well as a bee. All right. With the energies potentially being current, okay, if they're not, I say all that to say they will be on the other side of you, understanding, oh, I can reduce the swords from the 8 to the 5 and then beyond until I get to my most authentic self, and I don't care about what others view my most authentic self as. I don't care what they say or talk about it as, because I know me, and I know I am more than capable of handling me, being in charge of me, leading me, healing me, growing me, humbling me, right? Like whatever and what all ever you need, irregardless of what other people's opinions are about what some of those or all of those things may be, because they may not even be. People just have opinions, right? They just want to have them. You know what I mean? Are they right just because they have them? No. Are they right just because they want to have an opinion? Hell no. Wish it was easy enough to be like, well, yeah, they're right, but they're often not right. That's why it's so important for you to know how you feel about yourself. And for you to know how you feel about yourself is at its root how you feel about the divine, because you are divinity walking. So now what? There's no severability. All right. And so whoever understands doing the work, what that means, you understand exactly like that. You talk like that now. Like, I don't, whatever they're saying about me with my name in their mouth and their face, they're literally talking about God. So, wow, sorry for them. It's given, Father, forgive them. They know not what they do. And you just keep your power and your wits about you. And that's how you move from the Queen of Earth to the King of Earth, the Queen of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. That's how you move from the 8 of Swords to the 5 of Swords on your worst days of the week. Because 5 ain't it, honey bun. 5 is literally the card for conflict. You're still sitting there looking like this when you think about like whoever and whatever the situation is painting you about. Okay? Makes sense? You can keep going beyond the 5. Drop some more of them swords, all right? Till you get to that ace, the one standing. The truth. Anywho. With weaving flowers, whoever I'm talking to, you are in the current energies, or you will be in energies fairly soon on the other side of doing this work. Forgive me, my nose is doing that. Oh. I know I'm speaking somebody's truth, but this shit is hurting. Okay. So with this weaving flowers energy, you understand how to be resourceful now. You understand how to be patient now. You understand when the triggers come, you're expected to learn and grow your soul, and or you're expected to remember what you already learned so that you don't have to relearn it all over again. I'm speaking in code that those that know, okay? And so it's showing your growth, yes, but it's also performing out of it, acting out of it. It's like once you got a cheat code and you worked it a couple times, sometimes the divine comes back in several months down the road, like, hey, you still got that cheat code in you? Because you're going to need it 3 years from now. So let's try 3 months from now. Do you remember that you got the cheat code in you? Because you're going to need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's really not punishment, collective. It's preventative maintenance. The divine's working for you, not against you. I mean, why would you think otherwise? Who told you otherwise? Was it religion? Was it your culture, your family? That's why it's important to have a direct communication and relationship with source, with the divine, with God, with goddess. Because if anyone should have God, goddess, source's name and or names in their mouths, telling you, thus saith, right? Telling you that is against the wishes of, right? You already know, I already checked before you even came to me with this fuck shit, and I already know I'm in alignment. Sorry for you. My faith is unshakable. Good day. And you don't have to go through the whole fucking Five of Swords. No, because I said, on Tuesday, I asked you about the 13th, and like, it's just a moot issue. Keep it moving. Fly above the fuck shit. Fly above the storm. Fly above the drama. Even if you are finding out along the way, let's talk about it. Hear me out. That you are producing it. Oh, am I speaking to somebody here? I'm probably not speaking to anyone here, but I'm going to speak about this because somebody needs it. Whether they're on the live stream with us yet or not, okay? Be mindful not to self-sabotage by rocking in your mental space, such to the point where you create outcomes that the divine never afforded unto you as a potentiality. You are capable and powerful enough to do that. Should you? Hell no. Will you? That's between you and you. I'm only here to guide you. You have free will. See how you can't get around that? So now you can't blame the divine when you don't do the work. All right. But don't be surprised when the divine notices high key when you're not doing the work and asks you again nicely, or maybe not so nicely, depending on how many times they've asked. Some of you are stubborn. I get some stubborn energy here. I'm not trying to word curse, but somebody just really has been ignoring some signs. It's like, yo, so you got angels throwing shit at you now? Trying to, like, damn. Neo was bending back because he was in the Matrix fighting some shit. Y'all got angels trying to make you bend. Like, how hard have you been ignoring the signs and synchronicities, collective? Whoever that is. 8 on the timer. You're too divine to not be divinely blessed. Act like it so that you live that out. Keep with that direct connection to source, to spirit, to the divine, to the angels. All right. It's not because if you don't, do your part that there is severability. It's that if you don't do your part, you're not operating with all of the tools afforded unto you to win at this. And by this, I mean navigating through life, baby. If you turn off your awareness, your magnification of your divine assistance, then it will most assuredly give you an experience, a life, a lifestyle where you don't see much of its presence. And that's why we talk about it. It's not because God goes, I love you, I hate you. It's not because Goddess goes, I love you, I hate you. It's because you are utilizing your power and or you are not. And that is your free will. Bittersweet, I know. All is connected. Whoever I'm speaking to, though, you have done the work and or will do the work such to the point where you really live by this. All is connected. We are connected. We are connected at our root unto source. We are connected at our root unto light. We are power. We are divinity. There is no severability. There is no lesser than. There is no I love you, I hate you. Felt like a time to take a sigh of relief, right? The observer. Whoever I'm speaking to, you are learning, okay, even now, to be the observer. You don't have to, just because somebody tries to project onto you, receive that shit. You don't have to take it, hug it like it's a teddy bear when it's a demon. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to comply. You don't have to bow. You are divinity walking. And you walk upright. There's no way around it. Even when you're lying down, you're walking very much upright in spirit, okay? So act like it so you can live like it. Because those are your truths to hold on to. Drop the demons and hold on to those truths, okay? Somebody needs to really assess, why are you holding on to what all and or who all you're holding on to? And I mean, maybe you find a real good reason why, you know what I mean? I'm not sitting here saying that the guidance is saying like, no, there's never going to be a good reason. But shouldn't you check every now and again? Because energy is fluid, right? So, even when we do the tarot, it's like in those love readings, it's like, is he coming in? It's like 1 week, it's like absolutely no fucking way. Like he's still, riding that bitch and, breaking bread and you know what I'm saying? Like just getting down and dirty. And then, 3 weeks later, it's like, oh my God, they realized they were under a spell. They realize that's a karmic mofo. They realize you're the love of their life. You know what I mean? And so energy is fluid. So chances are, you could have a high school friend that 33 years later, it's like, damn, I think they're jealous of me. I don't think I should keep company with. It seems like, did I get sick last time I ate with them anyways? And they stayed trying to feed me. You know what I mean? Like, shouldn't you check? You shouldn't just be like, no, that's Bobby from like the 3rd grade. Yeah, and look what Bobby's doing now. Is Bobby even Bobby? You guys, some people have lost control of their faculties along the way because they got so downtrodden, bitter, depressed, dejected, that they're not even that same Bobby. Should they be the same Bobby anyways, right? Even in the positive sense, should they be the same Bobby? Makes sense that people are changing. Makes sense that energy is fluid. We're here to learn and grow our souls. Are you the same mofo you were back in, 91? No, you shouldn't be. Should you? No. Even if you were great in 91, should you be that same 91 version of you? No. We're here to learn and grow our souls, not just one time for 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're living here. Makes sense? So check. Preventative maintenance check. All right? Even you got to do it once a year on the holidays. Was this, when they talk to me, is it actually because they're just wanting information, or do they care? I fucked around and found out they don't give a fuck. They just want to know what the tea is. They don't have a life, so they're just trying to regurgitate what I got going on to their friends. Wow. How sad for them. Right, but it's also sad for you if you don't check to find out, like, damn, that's actually what was going on. I thought this was my best friend. I thought this was Bobby from the 3rd grade. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Bobby putting a whole damn boat, a whole damn hole in your boat. God, Mercury retrograde. Fuck you. Anyhow, all right, so we've got this morning dew girl. All right, whether guy, girl, what have you, this is really giving a high indication of the glow up that most assuredly will ensue if it hasn't already begun. All right, that coupling with Miss Sunshine and Queen Bee, I mean, I bet you look pretty, don't you? I bet you smell nice too. Bet you're so damn handsome. Bet your hair glints in the sun just right. Bet your hair when it's messy still looks kempt. I bet your hair when it's kempt still looks glorious, almost to the point where you want to mess it up. All right, you are looking good, smelling good, feeling good, and as you should. That is the epitome of that baseline energy, that birthright energy, dare I say, that we're always looking to remain in. Okay? And again, with this 555 card, angels have big changes in store for you, collective. They're sending the sign so you'll be prepared. So if you're seeing this, please take heed. And you are seeing it now. Take heed. See how that works, collective? All right. Everyone and all living things have auras, visual manifestations of the angel energy surrounding us. By raising your vibrational energy, collective, and training your eyes, you will be able to see auras. So again, you are ascending, you are moving and shaking and growing and glowing up, okay? And I am so grateful, you guys. I don't know if you were on here, so I'll just repeat it really quick because I don't mind. Hopefully you don't either. It's the truth. I literally have the best collective, hands down. I cannot get around it. There's just no other truth here. Okay. And the thing is, I need you to know, I was pulling the cards this morning and I literally took a moment to thank the divine for you guys. Yes, for your existence, but even more so for you doing the work. That is just amazing, you guys. You really are you're really changing your life. Even if you never saw 555, you're literally changing your life and for the better. You're not fucking it up. You're not a fuck up. You're not a failure. You never were. You just had to get to the crown straightening part and, you know, some of the clarity in that. Okay. But man, I am so grateful that you guys actually take the cheat codes and run with them. You're not even like, I guess I'll lollygag. You're fucking like blazing on fire and just, you know, it's kind of giving rocket energy. Like you light that fucker and it, you know, and just you're ascending. Okay. I am so grateful to you all for that. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Jay. I literally had like a, you know, praise session for you guys because you cannot make this shit up. You guys, if you're not doing the work, it will show. Just like when you do the work, and you do, it definitely shows. And I'm just grateful that I can see the progress. I'm so honored that you chose me, and I'm so honored to be chosen by the divine, because without either of those choices, I don't get to see this. And I need you to know I'm very moved by this. Okay. I can't always get all, you know, if we were in person, I'd probably, you know, hop around and stuff, and I'd definitely be crying by now. I'm very sensitive. Okay. You know, like I said, I was crying at Subway last night over a little boy in the bathroom. I'm trying not to cry. Right. But you guys, you are doing the work. And I just trust you. I just trust you because you now trust the divine. I trust that the seeds that are being imparted into you will not only grow in you, but in others, because I know whoever you are becoming, whoever you already are, same difference. You are the light of the world. And I'm so grateful to know you guys. So be honest with yourselves, okay? Keep going. Do not give up, okay? You are good fruit. I know they shit on you, and I know they tried to make jokes that we're just kidding about how you're inept and how you're stupid and how you're, you know, not enough. Okay. They were triggered the whole time. You were more than them. You were more than them. And it's not about being a better person. It's about energy. Your energy is magnanimous. You are the light walking. Okay. It's very triggering for people that thought that they were better than you to find out, like, oh, you're actually the chosen. Oh, you're actually breaking off curses for me. Oh, you're trying to lead me somewhere. Like, you know, and it's not easy. I know that. And still your cards are showing you are doing it, and at rapid speeds. Rapid speeds. How long have you even been working the cheat codes? Many of you, not long. Not these codes, not some of these codes that we're working with, that we're grateful to receive. Okay. Thank you. But be honest with yourself, collective. All your feelings, even the difficult ones, have messages for you. Accept your truth, but allow source to take some of the harsher truths and help you work through them so that you're not stuck in them. Okay. You know, we talk about, you know, abuse and trauma all the time on the channel because they're very real parts of our path, though they should be behind us. Okay. They still can be part of us. And so you've got to really navigate through yourself to understand, hey, I'm holding on to this. Do I want to? Should I? You got to counsel yourself. You got to go within to counsel yourself, your inner child, yes. But you've also got to go within to get some of that next level guidance that as you believe you can receive, it will come. It will filter down into you. You already know it. We're just remembering, recalling, and realigning here. That's all. And we're more than capable to do just that. Such to the point where we're now helping others as well. Even if we never speak to them, even if we never hug them, you know, we are energetically, just by walking, just by existing, just by doing the work, helping, all of that. So please don't feel helpless in any aspect of this. This is taking me back to last night at the subway, right? It's like, I'm not going to lie, I felt a little helpless. I was like, oh shit, like I can't, I'm reading the room. There's no way to break through that man. He's not going to comply. And I was not willing to engage with conflict. I wasn't supposed to. Don't get it twisted. I'm not afraid of conflict. I'm just saying, right? Reading the room. And, Spirit was, Archangel Michael was like, like, you're fine. Like, you're not helpless. Like, you did more than most people would. And you know that you have a direct connect to the divine. So anything you say to the divine, like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like reworking through the cheat code, like, what I'm not is lacking anything. I'm fine. That kid's fine. I got grateful. I was like, okay. Like, I was still tearing up a little bit, but I was like, yep, because Mike got him. You know what I'm saying? If I can't get him, in the physical, in the 3D, to protect them, to speak words of wisdom to either one of them, to speak words of healing, to breathe over them and around them, you know what I'm saying, to break shit off, then I know Mike can, because either I trust the divine or I don't. Could you imagine if I didn't trust the divine? Then maybe Archangel Michael might have been hemmed up a bit. Like, God damn it, I was trying to go in there and breathe on that kid in there, you know what I'm saying, and tell him a little something that maybe he could hear, right? But your non-belief, you know what I mean? I don't want to be that one. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously, the divine agenda trumps any instance of whether I'm going to or not going to believe, right? So there's that. But imagine if I was fighting against the divine agenda at assisting the very people that I was asking should be assisted, all right, in whatever form or measure. And then the whole time I'm like, yeah, but I don't believe you will. I don't believe you can. That's like praying over somebody, that is having failing health. And you're like, the whole time you're like, thank you, God. I just know, Jesus, you're going to come, And the whole time you're like, man, I hope it works. What a waste of time. What a waste of life force energy of the divine. Think about it. That's for someone. Okay. Be honest with yourself also comes with another 5. Golly, I'll take it if you don't. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. We got 5 5s here, collective. Are you ready? Angels of healing are with you now as well. A time of healing is about to bless your life. Accept Archangel Raphael's emerald green light while he enhances your strength. So a couple things with this. Right now, you should definitely be working to preserve your meat suit, right? And not with preservatives. My goodness, stay away from those things generally. But, allow yourself to really start checking into your body. Like, is your shoulder hurting? Why? Like, maybe you just had a knot. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's something else. Okay. Maybe you need to check into your body as well. So as you are assisting it, you ultimately meet some people that maybe if you weren't in that mind frame, okay, you would never meet. And those people might have ways to assist you. And ask me how I know. You guys, I've learned so much from going to the gym from some very well-meaning individuals that had knowledge that I didn't have, that I impart now. If I never had a mind about me that, why should you even try? You just lost your way at this. You just, your body's all big and saggy, you know what I'm saying? And I just accepted that as my fate. That's exactly what I would still look like. Calling it as it is. All right. You don't see me looking to the left and to the right first. I know what I look like. I look great. You guys, take the cheat. I'm not a narcissist. Take the cheat codes. All right. Work it with me. Okay. But also someone could be seeing, glimpses of green light. This happened to me before, like for a while. It was almost like every time I closed my eyes, almost I would see like, how like the stoplight, or excuse me, how like a traffic light of green for go will look like that electric green. I would see that almost every time I would shut my eyelids. It was so weird. I knew it was a spiritual thing. I knew it wasn't a medical condition or anything. So you could be experiencing something similar where you're just seeing green, or you're noticing green. You walk into a restaurant and it's like, oh, I didn't expect to see so many green things here. You go to the mall, it's like I know it's Christmas time, but usually it's red. There's like a bunch of green here. That could be a synchronicity of like, hey, get into the receptivity energy that Archangel Raphael is looking to have you receive from him. Okay. And of course, in assistance and aid of your healing, whatever all that may encompass. Okay. Archangel Michael's here with you now, collective. 9, I just looked at. Even though you can't see it, I am actively working on this situation. I am here and I am helping you. Archangel Michael's message to the collective. Okay. Very timely message, as well as have no fear. 14 reducing to 5. Ah, don't self-sabotage now. Okay. That's not on the menu. Fear is a trap of the ego. All right. Allow Archangel Michael to use the sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings holding you back. So again, you guys, be honest with yourself and your feelings right now. Right now is not a time for escapism. Like, no, I don't feel, I don't think. No, it wasn't me. Because that would be the epitome of like you with you of your own volition and your own devices holding you back. So please don't blame anyone else if that's you. Okay. And if that's you, it's not a call to simply and solely blame you, Love and Light. It's a call for you to fix it because you can and you should. Right? Right. Okay. It's almost over, collective. 16 reducing to that beautiful reward filled 7 for what? Closing out the cycle. And we realized last night that the close of this year is basically our graduation of sorts, right? Makes sense that we're talking about it's almost over. Makes sense that we're talking about the year is almost over even, right? Your current challenges will soon be resolved and you will be able to look to the future with a smile. I bet you every one of us on the other side of hearing that message from Archangel Michael is smiling right now, right? I know I am. I don't even want to not smile. I'm not even forcing this smile. All right. It's almost over. I want to read it again. This is great. Your current challenges will soon be resolved and you will be able to look to the future with a smile. Gosh, what will you smile about, collective? What all will you have need to smile over or about or through, collective? Prioritize self-care. All right, 24 reducing to a very needful, balanced type of 6, okay? You do so much for others, collective. It's time for you to experience the love you deserve and let others help you. Gosh, that's a timely word for the holiday festivities and stuff, right? It's like somebody else can make the freaking stuffing. Somebody can buy a fucking couple cans of cranberry sauce and bring it, and they can bring their can opener with them too whenever they, you know what I mean? Like, you just don't have to do it all, baby. You just don't. Okay, you're not here to do it all, so it makes sense that you don't gotta. Okay, the divine's not here saying, "Hey, you gotta do it all." That's why we talk about divine assistance. That's why I got a freaking halo in my head. Are you kidding me? You got angels, legions, plural. Okay, legions of angels. You know what one legion looks like? No, you don't. It's too many for our eyes to see. Okay, so there's that, and we're still saying plural. How protected are you? How safe are you? How loved are you? All right. Prioritize that self-care and maybe you'll feel a lot more of that. Okay. My thoughts are in harmony with health coming out for you. All right. So for those, feeling infirmed or, really going through something, I get that. I don't mean to take away from it. It's just, you want to keep your thoughts and your vibes high. You want to laugh a lot. Laughter is medicine. I know it sounds all like tongue in cheek, but it really does things for your system when you are lightening your load. Okay. Right now, okay, you want to really hold on to your peace, and not such that you're fearing, oh my gosh, my peace will be taken from me in any given moment. No, it's just that if and when you know that you're walking amongst individuals that maybe don't carry the level of peace that you deserve, desire, and like to remain in, you got to be mindful of that. Okay, I got to really focus on the positive right now because I see Aunt Sue coming around the corner, right? And you got to know, hey, I don't have to take Aunt Sue's shit, but it doesn't mean I have to get disgruntled and get mad and yell back at Aunt Sue. I don't have to take your shit. It means I am grateful that I am not Aunt Sue, right? I am grateful that I have the emotional maturity that Aunt Sue is yet to learn. Love and light from afar, Aunt Sue, right? Like, you don't have to in the bathroom, like, why does Aunt Sue do this every year? It's because she's miserable and bitter. It's Aunt Sue. You don't have to take the hit. All right, you can preserve, because especially if you're going through a health situation, it could very well be because you've got karmic individuals around you hoping you don't figure out that you're amazing, you're magnanimous, you are love, you are light, you are more than a conqueror, you are more than capable. Right. They're hoping you don't become aware of who you are. They also don't want to be aware of who you are, because who you are is triggering. It's giving, well, you've done more than them, and you're, of a higher mind, and you've got a larger heart in the most helpful sense, not in the actual large heart medical issue. But I digress. The law of attraction brings whatever abundance you choose, collective. So what are you willing in? What are you making room for? What are you calling in? What are you believing the divine is going to support you with? Okay. Whatever that is of your own choosing, because you've got free will, but make it grand. Don't make it the shitty, crumb cake version of something that's supposed to be, far greater and way less restricted than that. Okay. You're in charge here as well in the mental space. Remember? And you are a wonderful leader. So you are okay to be in charge here. See how that works? Okay. As I enjoy people, I attract enjoyable people. So, you're going to be around a lot of people, whether it's out shopping for the holidays or whether it's, some other holiday festivity, mealtime activity. All right. And so, you're being called to just, understand how to keep your peace, understand, which battles to fight, if any, just really be that example of love, light, and grace of the divine, right? Really be the example of every reason as to why you still stand. Because they wonder and they talk about it. Makes sense. You should be an example of why, right? Without maybe even saying words. That's for someone. And as you, carry your pleasantries about yourselves in spite of maybe some disgruntled energies, you're going to find that you're keeping the vibration of the room just right so that other people are going to actually remain calm or get calm, depending on who I'm talking about. And you will actually have a greater time versus if you are fearing, who am I going to have to, punch over, to make sure I get the next ham hock or to make sure I get the next turkey leg, fearing who am I going to actually have to beat down for their political beliefs, that's, or being beaten down for your own political beliefs or your own spiritual religious belief. You don't have to actually engage with that. You know what I mean? You are far more than capable of having a boundary that's not even born out of fear or bitterness or resentment, just out of matter of factness. Like, no, I don't engage in that kind of, it's not me. I'm fine. Thank you. Next. Right? Okay. You get what you think about, want it or not, collective. So be watchful of that mental space. You got to check in. Don't just assume you're rocking at your highest vibrational version up there. By up there, I mean here. You got to check in. Be honest with yourself. Remember? All right. Some of you need to face some of the aspects of your path, inclusive of addictions. Okay. Get to the root as to why it exists. Are you just simply unhappy? Would you like more attention? Would you like to think and feel less? And if so, why? And if so, what's the root of why? 6-9 might be a number of some significance. It says it's time to let go of behaviors, collective, that are blocking you from your heart's desire. That's that 11 energy. That's that 555 energy looking to come in, right? Ask Archangel Raphael to help you with this healing. So you can call on Raphael by name if it, makes you feel, more directly connected. Okay. But be mindful. We talk about the names, collective, of the angels. They don't care if you know their name or not. They just care about if you're allowing them to do what they're intending to do for you. And it's always to your betterment, never to your detriment. It's to your detriment when you don't address the fact that you've got angelic realm assistance and assistance, ANCE and ANTS afforded unto you. Okay. Because then you're living in a restricted manner. You're not operating out of your full potential and, dare I say, your full divinity. Singing and dancing is going to help you with some of those psychic attacks, those understanding that, they've been going on. Also psychic attunement, psychic awareness, okay? Express yourself and awaken your psychic senses through the magical power of music and movement. And also, doesn't it feel good to sing and dance sometimes, even if you can't, right? Like I'm nowhere near a professional dancer. I'll bebop around just to get a laugh, just to giggle. It's fun. It's funny. You know what else it does? There's health benefits to it, okay? Also, you spiritually break off some shit that maybe you weren't even aware was on there, but after the dance, you're like, damn, was some shit on? It don't matter. Moving on in loving and light. See how it works? And it's all connected. All right. Throat chakra coming out. The angels are helping you lovingly speak your truth in spite of Aunt Sue. Let me stop. Be willing to forgive. All right. Forgiveness is the cheat code to freedom for ourselves. Has not too much to do with the other person. It's like, hey, did you want your panties and your boxers bunched up such that every time you sit down, you cut a little bit? Nobody wants that, okay? Especially around the holidays, all right? Itis is one thing to watch out for, but that should never be part and parcel of the holiday package or anyone's package, whether you have a package or not, okay? Who am I channeling? That's so crazy. Okay. I had to laugh at that one. Hold on. Please be kidding. Hold on. I need some couth. Oh my God. All right, here we go. Sorry. Not sorry. That's the channeling, but that's funny. Ear chakras. All right. Oh my God. If I could pause myself. Hold on. Hi, Shan. Love and light. My goodness. I don't know what you just walked in on there, but it was funny, if I say so myself. Ear chakras, all right? It says, notice messages that appear as sounds, music, and words from both external sources and within your mind. These messages are real answers to your prayers. So some of you could have been, maybe hearing in the spirit, like angelic choir noises, and you're like, what's the words, right? I've been there before. It's like, God, that's so pretty. What are they? They're singing something. What's it say? It reminds me of, gosh, this is a super old reference. This is even before my time, but I would watch the reruns growing up of Lassie, and they'd be like, what is it, boy? Tell us, what is it, Lassie? You're sitting there like trying to call in to download with more specificity, but really it's just your angels trying to get your attention to say, hey, all is well. Hey, fear not. Hey, you're supported. We love you. We're watching. We're protecting. It's coming, right? So, maybe some of you are going through that, but also sounds and music can also be something that can really break off stuff. You'd be surprised. It can also be a conduit with which to connect with your ancestors as well. Okay. Especially if you got like Aboriginal tribal type of, shamanistic kind of vibes in your ancestors, you could definitely connect to music with them, like get a little, get a good drum sound going, dum, dum, and then all of a sudden you might start seeing them in droves, like, wow, look at the pack of Indians over there, you know what I mean? And things like that. So, be mindful. We do talk about fire and water a lot as being conduits, but music, sound, vibration, same deal here, collective. And you can use those things to also cleanse your chakras, the very chakras that we're speaking on. Okay. We did speak of throat and ear. We're now talking about the sacral chakra, which is very important. It's connected to life force energy, yes, but also creativity, your money-making abilities, your talents and skills, right? You are highly sensitive right now, collective, those resonating with this, to chemicals, additives, processed foods, and energies right now. And it's funny, we were talking about they have that product now where you just put water in that pretend milk and cereal bowl. It's all packaged in plastic and everything for you. You know what I mean? It's like, is that giving food? You got to ask these questions. It's like, yes, it's cheaper, but it comes with hospital bills, most likely. You know what I'm saying? Is it cheaper? You know what I mean? Maybe find a way to eat a lot less of those additives and more protein, such that you don't eat as often, perhaps. And because of that, you can spend a little bit more per meal to actually get real food. Okay. So that's coming through. Respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations, and relationships. Again, there's something coming through where it's like, you know what? You want to have yourself emotionally and hormonally regulated. Okay. In spite of the tryptophan. Okay. So please be mindful to keep your peace, stay grounded, do your preventative measures. Okay. Carry a crystal in your pocket if that helps you. Wear the medallion if that helps you. You know what I'm saying? Or if you know you've been told to do these things. Okay. Because you got your own intuition, you got your own direct connections with your source, your guides, your ancestors, and the angels, and all of that. Right. So some of you, you know that you've been told to, when you go to so-and-so's house, you have that black obsidian necklace on. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If that's you, take heed. You don't want to go there without that thing. Otherwise, don't go. If you just really are just so adverse to wearing whatever they're telling you, then don't go. You got to take this serious now, okay? You're in the big leagues now here. Parents, okay, talking about forgiveness, okay, you might need to forgive a parent that, by all accounts should be unforgivable. We're not here to say, that anyone's better than anyone, but we are here to observe whether or not somebody's truly been for us or truly just against us, okay, whether parent or not. It happens, okay. Love and light, Osiris. The divine truth collective is that your parents eternally love you to the best of their ability. Hold on. The angels are helping you heal from any pain associated with your mother or father. Here's the sitch, honey bun. And we talk about this in romantic relationships often, where it's like, okay, somebody can love you 1,010%. They could, really believe that they would even lay their life down on the line for you. ... But when you compare it, if you should ever, to your level, measure, and quality and purity of love, it ain't given. Same deal with parents. You can have a conversation with anyone that goes, no, I do love you. No, I do appreciate you. And they could be really believing that they're speaking their ultimate truth, and it's theirs to hold on to. You've got your own. You've got your own observations. See how it's so important to observe, to take some of those mental notes, not to get into bitter Betty or bitter Bobby mode, but just to understand exactly when somebody comes to you and they say, no, I do love you. No, I do care about you. I have concern. You will immediately know whether or not that aligns with your truth. And you've already checked out your truth to understand, no, it's not toxically positive, and no, it's not overarchingly negative truth. It's just the truth. It's my truth that I am told I am more than capable and that I should, in fact, hold on to. Okay, in spite of these other people's parents or not truth. All right, it'll all come out eventually which truth should stand. Right? Because hear me out on this. If you have somebody say, no, I'm here to convince you that, I love and light you. I'm here to convince you that, I have care and concern for you. I'm here to convince you that I'm in your corner. All right. And you find out that their truth doesn't really add up to the leg and measure of your truth, your purity in the situation. And you operate out of your truth. You don't bend back. You don't break down the barrier or the boundary and say, oh, okay, I'll just enter into another karmic cycle. They're met with the opportunity to actually prove themselves, and or the opportunity to actually be honest about who they really are. And that's all well and good for them. Either way, you're fine. See how that works? You are unrocked in your faith and in your confidence about your ability, about your capability, about your talents and skills, about the type of person you are, about the heart that you possess. You are unrocked, irregardless of their truth. And that's why you've got to know your truth and who you are not. So that irregardless of the people, places, and things trying to figure out that shit around you, you are unfazed, as you should be. Because you are a divine being here having a human-like experience. All right. Emotional sensitivity. You got to honor your sensitivity. Okay. Make it work for you, not against you, though. Right. If you're like me, I'm very highly sensitive. Unfortunately, a few days back, I don't know whenever it was, but I couldn't get on the live stream. I was very upset. Very upset. I do look very much forward to being with my collective on the lives, okay, in case you wondered. And I worked through it. You'll notice by the end of the video, I completely ate that shit, alchemized it, and I was fine. I wasn't faking fine by the end of that video. And I was vulnerable with the collective. Again, not to be a victim, not for you to have, feelings of sorrowfulness for me, but to share with you exactly how I live through some of these cheat codes, and that it's not necessarily always pretty, but it's always doable. Okay. And the more that you work through it, the faster you get it, just eating that, right? Alchemizing that, not eating that in the sense of like, succumbing to it and, just allowing it to be your authority, but really realizing like, okay, so change of plans. We're just going to switch it up. We're just going to understand that, we're being asked to switch it up because it's a preventative measure at best, right? Even though I have no specific understanding as to why it was a preventative measure, you know what I'm saying? And you just move on in love and in light. Because if not, the anti version of that is, I'm depressed all day. I go to bed. I cry out to God. I get angry. Why don't you support me? Why doesn't anybody love me? Why don't I have what I deserve? Why don't, you know what I'm saying? And then it's just a shit show. And now I'm in self-sabotage mode. And now the collective isn't even getting any kind of good vibes off of me, because though I'm not even on the live stream, guess what? We're still fucking connected. I got to do the work. Just like when you guys go through stuff, I'm still connected. I got to help alchemize. See how it works? We're all connected. That's why I say thank you for doing the work. That's why I know that I have the best collective, hands down, whether you came on just now, yesterday, a year before, 4 years ago, because it is showing. I mean, I already knew the truth, but I'm grateful to be able to see the confirmation of that truth. And I'm also just the same grateful to share that truth with you in case you wanted to know, sharing in the celebratory energy that truth brings. All right. God box is here. It says, write any worries, concerns, or desires on a piece of paper that you put into a special container called a God box as a way of letting go and allowing the divine to help you. So that is one measure. Okay. This feels like, a measure for somebody maybe coming out of some religious templating. Because here's the sitch. Energy don't die, right? So you want to put it all in a box. I don't know that you should have the box in your house if you're writing about lack and horror stories that are part and parcel of your pathway, right? Love and light, Kelsey Wells. Right? So, if you're asking me, I would burn that shit at the end and just know that the divine knew exactly why, right? And exactly took care of it just the same, whether you call the divine God, goddess, source, your higher selves or not. Okay. You take with this what you will, right? I don't know that it's the highest vibrational version of what it's intending to achieve, because why are you holding on to it? God don't need a box. It doesn't even fit in one. We don't even fit into our meat suits. You realize that our soul is really kind of hovering on it and within this meat suit. It's not simply trapped in a box. We're not capable of being trapped in a box. We're too big, too much, too divine. See how that works? So act like it, live like it. It's the truth. You can hold on to that one. It ain't a demon. Okay. Archangel Michael is all over that ass today. Wow. Okay. You're working very closely with him. He's protecting and guiding you through any and all situations at this time. I'm okay with that. I love to hear that. Instagram. If this is where I leave you, have a phenomenal day or night from wherever you are watching. Thank you for joining us today. If you are interested and have yet to do so on getting your cards read for free today, please join us over on the YouTube channel, and you can be afforded a free reading. Okay. Love and light to you. Okay. Hi, Kelsey Wells. Okay, you guys, I rang the bell. Did I? Yeah, I rang the bell. Okay. Do we have any questions? Wait, let me scroll up. Let me see. You're painting the fruits and the protection candles? That's so cool, Sean. Wow. When you do that, you're actually producing another form of that same protective energy. I love that. Wow. Huh. That's pretty cool. I'm like playing catch up here. I'm being nosy. I'm over here working. I don't get to get to the gabbing all the time. I want to see what y'all are gabbing about. I want to gab. Oh, you wake up at 555, Jay? Wow, 555. That's such a great number, though. So, bitches, I'm back. No, thank you guys so much for all that you do and all that you are. I really do appreciate you. I really do hold you in my heart. All right, let's see. We got Kelsey. Okay, let me see here. Next year. I was going to say next year, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of really around the corner. Makes sense. All right. Let's see here for Kelsey. Well, damn. Yes, and it seems like there will be a lot of conversation here with that Page of Swords. Even be having a conversation about next moves, planning something when this person reaches out. Kelsey, love and light. Right? I'm like, dude, the fact that Thanksgiving is this week is just like, wait, what? I'm over here like, I thought it was September. You're very welcome, Kelsey Wells. Yes, post that in the group, Sean. You guys, if you're not part of the Facebook group and you're on Facebook, how dare you? No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, go support. But also start posting in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's fun. You can post what you're doing, what you're selling. All right. It's not for like, you know, it was supposed to be the fun group. You know what I'm saying? Like we're supposed to be giggling and shit over what all we're. Did you guys catch that video? What the hell did Facebook even do to me? Like seriously, are you kidding? Also, who the hell cut my high heels and my legs out like that to make the background flip up like a damn pop card? Like that's so funny, and it's in the kitchen of all places. I didn't do that, Jay. I know you saw the video. That shit was hilarious, bruh. I was at the gym. Dead ass. I saw that video. I was like, what? I had to work through that. The way I wanted to scream, because, you know, I have ways about me and stuff. I just get, you know, get a little overstimulated and have to work through stuff. That shit was so funny. I needed to scream, bruh. That shit hurt to hold in. I'm sitting there. I was sitting there in a massage chair because that's what I like start out doing. Because, you know, I pamper me. I don't know what y'all do. But anyways, and I'm like easing into shit. I see that. I'm like, oh my God. And I was so not alone. Like, it would have been easier. And maybe I could have eked out a little scream. But I wasn't alone. I had to keep, I was like, oh my God. And the way I like shot that over to my kid, like, look at this. And she's like me too. And she got to scream when some shit is real funny, right? And I know that as she in class. So we're both like over that video, bruh. But Alphonse, how's she gonna seem all thirsty? She said thank you. Take your win, buddy. Also, you left so damn fast yesterday. I'm sad about it because something really great came out on that live. I just didn't catch it in time because I was focused on you. But right after you left, and I said, Alphonse, are you with me? Alphonse. Right? You better go back there, buddy, and try to find it. I don't have timestamps for you. You know what I mean? But there were some cards that I just didn't see. And I was like, man, I wish I would have seen that before Alphonse hopped off. You must have hopped off real fast because it was like I had just stopped talking to you. I looked at the cards and I was like, Alphonse, are you here? So see, okay, that's synchronistic of like a little bit of impatience there, buddy. You got to work on it, okay? Because she thanked you for the birthday wishes. You know what I'm saying? She thanked you for the you're trying to put the press on it, buddy. You're backing it up. You're backing her up. Don't do it, Alphonse. You don't want that, remember? Just let her come in. That's really great. That's really great that she even thanked you. You know how many times I've texted somebody and they're just like, they don't even give me a fuck you about it. You know what I mean? It's like ghost. Like, you don't exist. She didn't do you like that, Alphonse. Celebrate that. Right? And you just prepare and plan to have a great New Year's anyways. I mean, it's either you guys are definitely sitting there together because you're doing the work and everything is divine right timing. She's ready, you're ready. Okay, there's variables here, Alphonse, right? But it was looking really positive until you're trying to tell yourself right now. Now the energy's all wonky again. I feel it. I don't like it, Alphonse. You're freaking out there, buddy. Don't do it. It's going to hurt you. And then you'll be the one that did it. It's not even her. Think about that, okay? And she fucking responded quickly. That is the sign, Alphonse. You're better now. It's fine. I'm not asking you to feel like a piece of shit here. I don't know if that's what you're... No, you're fine, right? You're better now. You're better now, buddy. That's why she even responded right back. Believe, Alphonse. All right? Go look at that other live, please. All right? Oh, I can't remember the cards. It's like Spirit won't let me anyways, because you're, we want you to get this. Nobody's trying to punish you, Alphonse, okay? Nobody's coming down hard on you, which just, we're very passionate about this because you're like right there. And look, she fucking texts right back. I'm taking that as a win. I don't even know her. Okay? Hoo-wee! That's exciting. Yeah, look back, because I know, Alphonse, it was like, I know one of the cards was the 10 of Pentacles, but I don't want to like fuck up the actual message. Like, it's literally there, on the live stream, but I do apologize. Don't hop off so fast next time. No, let me stop. But maybe that was supposed to happen so you can see how you're actioning out some shit that maybe you didn't realize, right? Oh, I'm being impatient here about this, or I'm still fearing that I don't have what I have. And it's like, you have that, right? Unless and until you don't do the work or don't believe any longer to be able to maintain what you have, right? And, stop telling yourself that you don't yet have a wonderful holiday, whether it's New Year's or not, irregardless of whether or not her meat suit is near you or not. Alphonse, you're powerful enough and you deserve a good holiday, a good life, right? So, don't make it bad, Alphonse, okay? She texts right back. Are you fucking kidding me? Shh. We don't do that, Alphonse, if we don't like you, okay? In case you wondered, you don't get no boop, boop. All right, take that win, buddy. What's she supposed to do? Act all thirsty and be thirsty? Yeah, I was waiting for a drink right now. You want to come fill me up? You don't want somebody like that. You want somebody that is reserved enough to understand, hey, I know that I have to be confident in the moves I'm making in a connection because I deserve that. And so do you, Alphonse. Let Jennifer be Jennifer. You're trying to make it like she's glitching up and she's not going to comply. Why? Because maybe you're glitching up and fearing? Don't do it, Alphonse. Keep going. You're better now. You don't got to get anywhere. You just got to keep going. That's all. You're going there now anyways. You know what I'm saying? You're going to that experience that you're fearing you don't have anyways. It's just how soon do you want to experience it in fullness and fruition? And that's why we're like, don't fucking fear. All right? Because that's going to push it out. You want to wait more months then? You want it to be the other, the other New Year's a year out? You know what I mean? Oh, man, that's so great, though, Alphonse. All right, anyone else have any questions before I hop off? It's about that time. All right. No, Freaky J, you know what I want to do, though? I got to figure out how to do the J-Wig one, because I want you on both, because then that way it just doesn't seem like you're that way it just doesn't seem like you just think you're the man. You know how like some people just think they're management or something, like, it's like you work here and get the same pay as me kind of thing. You know what I mean? So I just don't want, as we grow, I just don't want somebody to try it. I do see you putting the bell and the commands in there right nice, but I just wanted it to be in blue for you on both of your pages or accounts, I should say. Okay, so that way it's. But yeah, no, I know, Freaky J. But yeah. That freaking Facebook. I'm like, who? Did anybody else have Facebook videos made of them? Like, just random? Is anyone on Facebook? I mean, I know Jay, did it happen to you too? I'm like, why did that even happen? Like, they just alerted me, like, hey, made this. like, I'm sorry? I have questions. All right. Well, let's see here. Oh, you celebrate Thanksgiving in October because you're in the Canadian Thanksgiving, Kelsey. That's pretty neat. I didn't realize that. Huh. I wonder, is it the end of October? Or I guess maybe I could look it up. I'm not sure if you're still here, Kelsey. I'm still playing catch up, you guys. My goodness. On my screen here. Osiris, you have a question, babe? I don't want to hop off if maybe you're just well satiated with the angelic realm messages. I get that. I too am. So I feel like at this point I don't have any more questions. I think I'm okay. In case if I did, I think I'm fine. I can ask later. And you guys, if I did miss over any questions, please check back with the next live stream and I got you there, I promise. All right. Love and light to you guys. Have an amazing day. Let me love and light you on the way out. Love and light, love and light, love and light. I love you guys. Take care.